The first day of the Bitcoin conference is behind us. You can see me and Andrea here in front of the Bitcoin sign. One thing I can tell you is this is a fun city. It's a very mature industry. As a whale VIP pass owner, I could get in early and see all the booths with the many very advanced companies that were there to talk about energy efficiency, tax strategy, implementation of crypto in business for companies, and of course also lots of different people there who care about how can Bitcoin and crypto become everyday tender for people across the globe, making it a permissionless and trustless way to have a store of value of money and to have a bank in your smartphone. So very cool. Now let me show you now the main entrance. You can see the size of the venue in the following video. Art gallery is there. We'll find out. But this is a huge space. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, you can see this is the main stage. This is where also RFK, Mr. Trump, and all the headliners will speak. And then this area that you see there in front, where you have the red and white couches, that's for the VIP people. So luckily I get to enjoy all the talks from there. Security will be pretty tight. Man. So I will have to see if I can get my camera in so that I can record some impressions for you. Next, we will move to understanding that a big part of the Bitcoin movement is also culture. And culture is always fueled by art. Not exclusively, but certainly it makes up a big part. Art is something that visualizes certain belief systems for people. And with something as intangible as a crypto coin, as Bitcoin, that seems to be pretty important. So I interviewed two artists who were, interestingly enough, from Europe, I think two German guys, and they talk about their pieces of art and pay attention to how much thought they put into their pieces of art, as always. So very interesting. We'll look at these two video clips and then I'll show you a few photos that I took throughout the day. Okay, cool. Let's see. Ha! We are here with
Rebel Money.
Awesome. Tell me about what you're doing here.
Here's a couple of my pieces. This is Vesper Libertas, the Cyber Hornet. And in this particular piece you can see the background is the fading dollar and it's upside down. It's on its way out. We have the Cyber Hornet here, front and center, with the Bitcoin Genesis block, with Satoshi put the chancellor on the brink of bailout, and then also then the hash on the thorax as well. I can tell the Bitcoin price is going up right now, and you may ask how. This piece is green. It's green, that means the Bitcoin price is going up.
Oh.
If it's red, it means the price is going down. If there's an orange flash, that means it's a new block. This piece now represents, you can see Bitcoin in real time. So that's the cool bit around this. There we go. It's changed the new block, and now the price is still going up, but it's flashed orange. So I know now a new block has been mined.
I love it. Tell me about what the importance of art means for Bitcoin and its proliferation.
That's a great question. Bitcoin art. Bitcoin is the most important revolution in our lifetime. Without the culture backing it up, it's nothing. We really need Bitcoin art as almost a way for us to record this incredible moment in time and celebrate it as well. And that's what we do here as Bitcoin artists. You can see the passion that we put into it, the emotion, the story of Bitcoin art, of Bitcoin on these walls, and it feels incredible to be part of this revolution that we're having at the moment and to be right at the start. Bitcoin, we're early as Bitcoiners, but we're even earlier in Bitcoin art. And I believe in the future these pieces that you'll see on these walls will be adorning the museums around the world and celebrated in the same way Bitcoin will be celebrated.
Awesome, thank you.
No problem.
So as an artist, I've been working for 6 years now with clouds as my symbol for Bitcoin. It's constant transformation. It works as a symbol across cultures. It moves permissionless across borders. It is at the same time fragile, so it's a social construct, and people would stop believing it, it could dissipate. So around that idea, I've been focusing on artworks which promote and explain Bitcoin. In this series, for instance, which is called In Plain Sight, it's basically the parameters of the 4 Bitcoin halvings embedded into this painting. So the whole painting exists of 4 elements, which is a 8 segment, a 4 segment, a 2 segment, and a 1 segment, like building blocks. And then all of them are decrypted. So there's 50 of the 4 segment blocks here, which represent the initial Bitcoin reward. Then there is 4 8-segment elements, which represent the 4 halvings, but also the 4-year cycle. And then there is exactly 201 1-segment elements, which depict the parameters. And I'm going to point you out, all of the 1-segment elements are the numbers of the parameters. For instance, here, there's an 11, and there is 2 for November 2012, for the first halving. Now, if you turn around, you're going to see it is a 2 and a 5, which is 25 Bitcoin, was the mining reward after the first halving. If we go over here, we can read it's, and I have to look for it myself because it's hidden.
Okay, so here we have Bitcoin coffee, and then we have different variations of art inspired by cryptography and Bitcoin, and of course that is all very exciting. Here's a snapshot with me and the artist, and then we have more paintings. Of course, the idea of people standing up for themselves, for independence, against censorship, and also freedom is very much embedded in the idea of Bitcoin and crypto. So this here, by the way, is also an interesting snippet, and I'll actually play that in a future video. I forgot about it. But this is also an artist from Germany as well, I believe, and he has some interesting art here. So this is Bitcoin art that glows in the dark. Very nice. And then this guy here is pretty awesome. He sold me this jacket inspired by, what is the brand? You fashion lovers probably know. Louis Vuitton, I believe. So I saw it and I just had to get it. I just love it so much. So I got that to support him. And here we have a lady that works for Rumble, and Rumble is an alternative to YouTube. They definitely stand for freedom of speech. And yeah, so that's the type of companies that have exhibits. And then here is FV Bank. They're headquartered in Puerto Rico, and they make it very easy to onboard. And I'm sorry, to on-ramp and off-ramp. Then I had this movie here, was really great. God Bless Bitcoin. It just explains, it goes a lot into the philosophy of Bitcoin, and I really loved the movie. I'm going to talk a lot more about it. Then here we have 2 Herd members. For those of you who know the Herd and Savannah House, of course a lot of the meeting was about meeting up with like-minded individuals. We see BT here, and then we have Crypto Stew. It's just really awesome to meet all of those folks. All of these venues had like satellite parties that were important to attend, so where you meet other important people in the movement. So here's, by the way, Andrea. She had the great fortune to meet up with RFK, so you see that snapshot. Here we have some other folks that joined her, and then here we have more Herd members. Another party later at night where people of the Herd gathered. We have Moneyman here, and this is Ed and Moneyman. And yeah, so you can see that we just had an amazing time. This is also a very cool herd member, and then yeah, went to grab a bite there. But that's essentially it. Day 2 is going to be amazing. Day 2 is ahead of me with the speeches of Russell Brand and Michael Saylor and so many others that I'm really looking forward to. Okay, and then tomorrow also Mr. Trump. I'm gonna report, and it's really difficult to create video footage and be immersed in the conference, but I'm gonna do what I can. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss any updates about crypto and DeFi now and in the future, join my mailing list here at crypto.lifestyle. As always, thank you for being part of this amazing journey, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Bye bye.